When you travel to a place that's foreign to you, and you engulf yourself into someone's culture, and you really get out of your comfort zone to understand people's motives, that's when traveling becomes
Think
learning.
of me when you walk into the sea. I don't care when you come or when you leave. Just think of me when you walk into the sea. And I don't know where I'm going no more. I don't think about it much.
Hi, my name's Jorge Sanchez-Quizena. I'm a director and traveling videographer. Traveling has always been a part of my life. When I was 3 years old, my mother and I escaped the oppressive rule of the late dictator Hugo Chavez. My mother still speaks till this day of the Venezuelan coup attempts of 1992, where the Bolivarian revolutionaries, led by Hugo Chavez, drove their tank into what we would know as the Venezuelan White House, and called upon a state of arrest for the whole country of Venezuela. At this time, I was only 1 year old. It's been 21 years since the Great Migration to America, and the American dream has been nothing but good to me. It has fueled my passion to adventure and explore all the different cultures that this country has to offer. My latest adventure led me to San Francisco to meet up with my good friend and traveling companion, Cameron Smith.
Is that in focus? Yeah, you have to like press halfway down for it to become focused and shit. See that? Yeah. Is it recording?
Yeah.
All right, welcome to the Chiang Mai Market on Sunday. Let's go get my ass a fruit smoothie. Oh wait, that's supposed to cut.
I met Cameron hitchhiking the island of Maui. We both had close to nothing in our bank accounts, so I knew he was going to be a perfect addition to the trip. San Francisco, or as we know it, the city on the bay, is home to people of all different walks of life. Some people say this place is where the different come to coexist, making this place known for its rich culture and exotic nightlife. The cheapest way to get around the city is the BART transit, so Cameron and I bought a couple tickets and took a trip down to the Giant Stadium for the World Series parade.
What we were thinking is what she was. We couldn't figure it out.
What is she? Some pink octopus or something? I don't know.
Not the battery, but the one in front of her.
It was Cam and I's first trip to San Francisco, so we didn't know much about the city at all. But what we did know is that the people in the city were diehard about their sports. So when we did run into some of these Giants fans, we knew we were in for a good time.
And we're just like, Giants, baby!
You would have thought these guys would have been too drunk to hold a conversation because they had been drinking since 7 in the morning. But I actually got more out of them than I ever would from a 30-minute ESPN special.
We got sports left and right.
I love my fucking sports.
We got hockey.
I love it.
The one thing we can all agree on is hockey.
Baseball.
You know, there's people from all over the place, so but here, if you don't like the Sharks, then you're pretty much an outcast. Right, there's a Giants fan.
Get the fuck out of my sight.
You can be a Raider fan.
Get the fuck out of
You
here.
know, I'm a Niner fan.
Yeah.
So that just now it's just bad blood.
Yeah.
They were friends for a second. We were friends, but now all of a
I'm like,
sudden,
dude.
oh, you want to fight? Oh, okay.
I'm like, dude, tell the truth. You don't like baseball? Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out.
We seem relatively disinterested in all this.
She's not a sports fan.
You don't like sports ball at all?
She doesn't know what's going on. She stands there and looks pretty.
I guess the thing that I like the most about these kind of things is sports bring people together. It's like a community. I think that's what's really the most beautiful thing about it. Sadly, there's like sometimes fighting and whatnot, but a lot of times people just really get together and they enjoy each other. Let's go Giants!
We were already excited to be in San Francisco, and on top of that, we were in town for the World Series parade. Man, this trip was already starting off on the right foot. Where's our room at?
There's a shower.
There's a shower.
Shower.
Oh, that's a nice view.
8 10, 11.
What was our number again? Oh, 2E.
So it's going up from here.
This way. Not that way.
Can't be downstairs because that was room 1. So
There's a sauna.
okay, yeah.
There's a sauna, bro.
Dude, but
This place is perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. Found it. You want to do the honors? You want me to do the honors? You want to do the honors?
I can open it.
All right. Dun, 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 dun.
Green Tortoise Hostel, San Francisco. This is Evan. How can I help you? No, we don't have a buffet. Well, when you come here, it's a very communal atmosphere. If you stay at a hotel, then you just kind of shuffled into your room, and you know, you kind of hide from people, even if they're like standing right next to you in the elevator. You have a very, I don't know, it's very segregated in a hotel. Whereas at a hostel, you're like, you make friends right off the bat. You walk into your dorm room, oh hey, nice to meet you, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, where are you from? You know, it's like you can't not make friends here.
Every traveler has a story. And when you stay in a hostel, you are surrounded by nothing but travelers. Some traveling for business, some for pleasure. Whatever the motive, there's a story behind it. So I make sure to keep my ears open for others' stories. Because there's always a lesson behind them. And you never know what weird customs you can pick up on.
What is your favorite? Sorry to ask it, just again. But what's your favorite part of the hostel? Part of this particular hostel. What do you think is the best thing here?
The people that like come through here.
Yeah? It's about the people?
Definitely. It attracts like the right kind of people.
The volunteering. They volunteer to cook.
Yeah.
And it's a really good way to meet everyone. Like on my first day, I was really like, oh, I don't know anyone. And then I just
That's exactly what I
chopped
do.
some veg and met the crazy chef. It's really cool. He's an awesome.
Julio.
Yeah.
See, the first thing that I noticed and that I was the most excited about was the fact that there's a washer and dryer. I've never seen that before.
In a hostel?
I was extremely excited.
Jeez, you've been going to some shit hostels.
Well, yeah, well, I mean, most of them were in, like, Asia. So, like, you had to like, pay 30 baht in, like, Thailand to leave. But, yeah, this...
Well, a dryer is like a kind of luxury in Australia. We don't really use dryers.
Yeah.
Good.
It's really weird to like put my clothes in a dryer.
Yeah.
But I was just like, okay.
It's America for you.
What are you guys doing? Oh, okay, that's where it's like bumping tonight, huh? They closed down the street.
Yeah.
So we got all different costumes here tonight. You can choose from your assortment of a jogging hat, a sombrero, skeleton mask.
Hot dog costume makes me look even skinnier now. I'm from the streets, bruh. From the streets.
Gotta give the ladies what they want, right? Yeah. Most hostels usually host events or social gatherings where travelers can get together and have a good time. For this particular Halloween, the Green Tortoise was hosting a beer Olympics, and Cam and I found ourselves being two of the only Americans in the sea of Aussies, Chinese, British, and any other beer-drinking country you can think of. Bars are always a little expensive, so I bring in a little something for myself. So I guess how this game works, if you slide a cup across the table, it lands in the yellow square, you gotta drink. Just landed in the yellow square, I guess I have to drink. That's for the motherland!
Whatever color it lands on, you have to drink from.
Fuck! Wait! Hot diggity dog!
Well, it didn't look like Cameron and I were very good at push go, but it was only the start of what was going to be a crazy night.
It's such a beautiful world. It's such a beautiful world. So find something good in the ugliness, right? Her body aching for my joint since she hit it last night. It's the butler.
Dude, basil with eggs is fucking bomb.
I didn't even get basil. Should've.
Almost all hostels provide a kitchen. This one provides free breakfast every morning. But it looks like I might have overslept. So I ran over to the corner store to pick up a carton of eggs to whip up breakfast for me and my new friend Ted.
I was looking for a hostel because I love staying in hostels. And all the other ones I saw and stuff were like kind of in the ghetto, but then this one is like really in the middle of nightlife. There's a lot of things to do around. It's close to tourist spots, so hey, it seemed like it had really good reviews. So.
And is this your first hostel?
No, I've been to Taiwan, been to hostels in Cambodia, went to Cuba as well, stayed in hostels, and every time you just meet like people like you just meet people from like all walks of life, and it's a chill time.
People are really skeptical of sharing rooms, you know, just because of security of stuff. Do you think you have that problem here?
No, not really. I mean, I chose this place because it was safer. But I mean, it's not the people that you travel that you really have to worry about. It's kind of the people in the city or where you're at. But I think people are generally good all over the world, so I don't overthink it. I think most people have your best interests at heart, no matter where you go, no matter how screwed up that country that you're in would be.
So what do you like about San Fran so far?
Still a lot to discover, but just diversity. It's got a lot of history, a lot of things that are going to happen, and a lot of things that have happened. So it's just a city you can really delve into, you know.
After breakfast, Ted invited us north to Napa Valley. He had a cousin in town, so we saved some travel fare and got to travel in comfort. We just made the trip up to Napa Valley. We just got to Robert Mondavi Winery and just got our pins. About to go on the tour.
Good to be fancy today.
Fresno Street, then turn right onto Fresno Street.
I feel like shit. Drank way too much rum last night. Hopefully these vineyards give me some fruit, some energy to live, to make it through the day.
I don't usually get car sick though. Unless I'm like hungover. But like in Lao, my friend, this guy that I was traveling with, he didn't think he was gonna get sick, but they passed out all these plastic bags, and he was like, "No, man, that's not me. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine." Like 2 hours into the trip, we were like winding down the roads, and this dude fills up 4 bags.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was so gross. I feel like crab. Just puked by the car. Sad reality of things is I just feel like shit. And the only way to fix it is get drunk again.
By the way, if you don't like being charged for ATM fees, Charles Schwab doesn't charge you anywhere in the world. Yep. That's why I got it. And it's funny, the second week I was in Thailand, I lost it. And I couldn't get it until I was in Australia, which was like a couple months later. There you go.
There you go.
Here's your ticket. Sweet, thank you.
Okay, you're good. Right out here in the front of the archway.
Do we get to keep these?
You do. Sorry, you get badges.
Cool.
Have fun. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Did they just go
Within this vineyard, there's 450 acres. There are 90 different blocks of grapes. A block would be something like in a garden, a block of carrots or a block of cucumbers. 30 different varietals or clones. And vineyard runs basically from the end of the fermentation cellar out to the mountains and then all the way down to Yountville, which is about 4 miles. So it's quite large, and it's one of the most famous vineyards in the world.
Our tour guide Dick was the man. He knew everything you need to know about wine. And especially in this vineyard, one of the most famous vineyards in the world. But as interesting as all this was, I just really wanted to get to the tasting to see if I could really cure this hangover.
This is real crystal.
So we just learned the 4 steps of how to drink wine. You have to check it out in the light first. You have to swirl it around and take a good smell. Oh, and then you just drink it. It's beautiful. Robert Mondavi's wine vineyard is known for its large assortment of wines, from your sweeter Merlots to your crisp and fresh Chardonnays. Their impressive water reservoir techniques keep the vines watered even through the recent alarming California droughts. Their innovation in all aspects of farming make this place a holy grail for wine connoisseurs all over the world.
Well, after the tour, we're officially certified wine tasters.
Feels great.
I know, right? Mondavi himself bestowed this upon us. What are you drinking there?
I got the 2012 Merlot. What do you got?
I have the Napa Valley 2012 Chardonnay.
How is it?
It's white. It's a white wine. It's pretty good.
Wine tasting can really satisfy the palate. But what wasn't satisfied were our stomachs. So we headed down to the city and down to Pier 39 for the famous San Francisco clam chowder bread bowls.
Howdy, fellas. Welcome to Chowder Kitchen.
Thanks, man.
My name is John. I'll be your server today.
Cam is from Baltimore, and people from Baltimore know their crab. So I was curious to see what Cam thought about the San Francisco clam. Because if he thinks it's good, then it must be good.
That is like banging.
You like it?
Yeah.
So would you prefer the crab over the clam?
I might go crab. You might go clam, and then we'll just.
I'm going clam.
Yeah.
Sourdough is a common comfort food for residents in the Bay Area. Its unique tangy taste comes from its pre-baking fermentation process that creates natural occurring lactic acids, strains of wild yeast, and copious flavors. Its thick crust and soft, chewy inside has helped it accommodate its common use as a bread bowl. 3.5 million loaves are baked each week in San Francisco alone. If that gives you an indication of how much the people in this city love their sourdough. The chowder here at the Chowder Hut is made from a recipe predating back to France 145 years ago. So we were excited to try it out. Here we go. Clam chowder, baby.
You're gonna know it's of that beer. I'm just really glad that I'm using like my bread as a spoon.
Yeah, it's a good way to eat your utensils, right?
Yeah. I'm getting really full though. Like really quickly. You wanna try some more of this? Try some of your clam chowder.
I'm usually not a chowder person, but this is so good.
Yeah. I think the reason why I got this is just make me feel like I'm kind of back in Baltimore again, you know?
Give me that East Coast feeling.
Mm-hmm.
East Coast feeling on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I couldn't have asked for a better day. Even with it starting with one of the worst hangovers of my life, we still got to spend a day in one of the most prestigious vineyards in the world, up in Napa Valley, and then got to make it down to San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf to enjoy a 145-year-old French chowder recipe. I'd say that was a good day. After dinner, we got a call from Ted and his cousin inviting us down to the Day of the Dead parade. It was our last night in town, so we couldn't miss out. Oh yeah, we ran into what looked like some of the last of Heisenberg's stash. Wouldn't you like to know what we did with it?
Yeah. The Day of the Dead skull back there we actually made last year. It's made out of Marxist literature. So.
But that's how we celebrate
That's
in the
so
city. The Mexicans do it the biggest. I mean, Mexico City right now is just a wash of color and sugar skulls.
Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, is a day when families, mostly Latin, come together to celebrate the lives of loved ones that have passed away. The streets are covered with roses, pictures, and remembrances. But what makes this Day of the Dead unique is that the people in San Francisco aren't just mourning the lives of the past ones, but they are using the celebration as a cry out against the unjustifiable wrongdoings happening in their very own backyards, from police shootings to unrightful evictions, leaving many homeless.
Which are called no-fault evictions. Since since land values have been skyrocketing here in San Francisco and since rent prices have been going way up, what these people have been doing is they take their building out of business, you know, so they kick everybody out, and they legally are allowed to kick everybody out as long as it's not in business for like a month. Then they put it back into business and they like triple rent. It's a way to get around things like rent control. So our mission, no eviction, this parade in particular is in opposition to that act, and it's trying to get the mayor and the state to really oppose that.
Hello. You guys having a good time? You're on the documentary.
We're celebrating our, well, mostly the dead people that have been slaughtered by the policemen for no reason. They just like shot them. Right?
Alex Nanto's training to be a cop too, and they shot him.
It's pretty intense. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, see you soon.
I'll see you later. It's good to see you.
Bye. Take care.
So yeah, this is Day of the Dead. It's our neighborhood, you know.
The realities of life are sometimes difficult, and every community has their own struggle. Traveling allows you to see these struggles that you might not have seen before. It allows you to grow this unknown empathy you never knew you had. Life isn't always easy. But on a lighter note, we still had a parade to get to, and we also had to find this Day of the Dead bread that everybody was talking about.
So the bread, like that's where. Okay, so the bread.
The parade is inspired by the bread.
Where does the bread?
The bread is an offering, and that is precision.
Okay.
Is simulated offering.
All right, cool. Do I just grab it myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it smells like a donut. It smells good.
San Francisco's been amazing. Parades, you know, Giants won the World Series. Our hospital was off the chain.
Napa Valley was awesome. We did a lot of things in the past 2 days.
We did so much stuff now.
I haven't done that much stuff in a long time. I've been to more parades in the 2 days, 2 days we've been here than like
my whole life.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. So, hell yeah, man. Should we go catch our train?
Yeah, we can probably go catch our train now.
All right.
This is good. You guys should try this sometime.
Thank you, San Fran.
Think of me when you walk into the sea. I don't care when you come or when you leave. Just think of me when you walk into the sea.